Hey, this is Jack from Alpha Chart with a what do we call this again? This is a monthly chart review. Um, so again, we only get 12 of these per year. So pretty happy when this day comes around. It is October 31st, 2022. By the way, it is Halloween. Happy Halloween. If you hear people knocking my door, my dog going crazy barking, it's because it's Halloween. Okay. So you definitely may get some of that being 7 o'clock at night and the sun just kind of went down. I had a few groups come through already, but again, these charts are so important. So it's really important that we do this. Okay. Uh, so here we go. This is not recommendations to buy or sell any stock or security. Again, don't be stupid. Use your head, make the trade your own if you want any of these trades or whatever. It's really just for a market kind of look at. So let's get going. By the way, my chart setup. This blue line right here is the 50-month moving average, and again, it's just just candles there and volume on the bottom. So we're gonna go through these fairly quickly. Actually, let's start in Dow Jones. Here, let's try here. In monthly chart review, Dow Jones. All right, so what do we have? This was an area that has been very, very important. You see price try to pierce the 50-month and came right back up. Very strong candle, 14% up for the month of October. So super strong candle there on good volume. So glad to see that. And where are we at here? I mean, obviously, we could move back down, right? If that'd be 18% back more to the downside, or this may be a bottom, right? It's very possible, right? Maybe this needs to be more like that, right? Why not? So it's very possible this could be a bottom. Um, we know our defined area though. As long as 285-ish holds, we're in good shape. So above 285, and I think nice bottoms in, below 285, and there is problems. All right, let's go SPX. Here's the SPX, and again on the monthly chart, again potential problems, but as of for now, none to be seen as far as the 50-day holding, and this area also has not been violated. I think if this area gets violated, it's a big problem. The 50-month getting violated, that's a big problem. I mean, there's still a downtrend, let's be honest, right? When I say nothing's wrong, we had one good month, but this downtrend is pretty intact on the S&P. Looking at the NASDAQ NDX, we have this channel here that price broke above it for a long while, and now it's back into the channel. If this lower channel band breaks, that's a problem. The 50-month again has held here, so that's why I have the 50-month in here, because it seems like a relevant moving average to have. Again, if this trend breaks, it doesn't mean it's going straight down, but definitely this ascent channel is broken. So NDX, mid caps, MDY, looking better than some of the other ones, right? Kind of came back again. There's your 50-month right there, held up nice, strong month, 10 and 0.5% up. So everything looks okay again, as long as it stays above this area right there, and at worst case 370-ish, right? Obviously, it's still in a downtrend, right? Lower highs and lower lows along the way. And actually, it was an inside month if you look at it. Let's see, was everything else an inside month too? I just noticed that. No, definitely not an inside month, but this tried to push down. And let's see, SPX, definitely not an inside month, tried to push down, and definitely not inside month. Tried to push up almost an outside month. Shows you how strong the Dow Jones Industrial is. All right, and the last one will be IWM. Definitely not an inside month. Held where it had to, but it is actually below the 50, actually back above the 50-month, but it's been chopping around. So if you notice the other ones, the 50-month is still kind of going up. This one, the 50-month, is now kind of flattening, which is kind of interesting. And I said, is this a head and shoulders top or a double bottom? And we'll only know after the fact on the shorter term time frames. If let's just go to like a weekly or something, you can just kind of see a little bit better. And we won't know that until after the fact. But on the monthly, bear flag maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. But I think this is the range it's in at this point. But definitely well defined, and that's the important parts. All right, let's go through now each sector in the S&P, starting with XLE. So XLE for the month was up 25%. Super strong month. Volume wasn't crazy or nothing, but still up 25%. Hard to argue with that. Up against this potential resistance. Now, if you notice, it hit it here, and it took, from 2008 to, 2014, 6 years to come back up to it. Then from 2014, it took to 2022. So it's another 8 years, but it only took from, a few months to come back and retest it. So the more times an area is retested, actually the next month it did it, then just 4 months after that it did it again. So this is the third test in a very short period of time. So a very, very constructive area. And if this does break out, XLE is by far going to be the leader for the foreseeable future. I mean, super, super strong. Again, may get some selling pressure next month. We will only know after the fact. But again, above 93.50-ish. And this thing can really take off. So definitely one to watch in XLE. I'm looking at XLF. So XLF, looking for a pencil, which I don't have. Here's one right there. Okay, XLF. So here's your 2007 highs. Retested here in 2018, right? Retested again in 2020. Broke out, came back, retested, held right at the 50-month. And now what do we do? Right? If this rolls over and we break, I'll call it $30 and $30. If it breaks $30 and holds below $30, this can get really ugly. And when I say this, the markets in general can be really, really ugly. As long as $30 holds, I think that everything is safe, but definitely one to watch. Had a nice month, 12% up, but definitely not out of the woods by any means. All right, XLI is next. Strong month, 14% up. Again, lower volume though. It's kind of interesting. There's your 50-month right there. And again, it's on the precipice. It held where it had to. And so risk is very defined right here, right? Above $80, $81, and things are okay. Below it, and you got a big problem. All right. So right now, but it did hold. XLK, right tag the 50-month. Again, that's why this is so important. It's in all these charts. The 50-month, we did have it up only 7.65%. That is very, very lackluster compared to the other charts. Not decent volume, but nothing great. So yeah, technology is still the weakest of the bunch that we've seen so far. Healthcare up only, again, 9.61, so a little bit weaker, but it looks like it's just consolidating sideways, right? So healthcare is still holding up relatively well, consolidating, just gains and not going down, right? Everything else we've seen is interacting with this 50-month. This one hasn't touched the 50-month. So again, very, very nice looking chart there for healthcare. Looking at XLY. All right, XLY is just below the 50-month, so not very good for consumer discretionaries. Definitely in a downtrend. Again, holding where it has to. If this fails, you got maybe another ledge of support down here, and if that fails, I think you have a ways to go. So that's the worst case scenario if it falls down into this area right there. XLY, not so good. XLC, I can't wait to see this chart. Oh, it was up actually 0.67. So the worst chart so far of the month. I mean, let's be honest. Google and Facebook are in this one, and they make up a huge piece of it. And it's just absolutely terrible. So basically, it's below. This thing IPO'd in 2018, June 2018, and price is actually below where it IPO'd. And IPO is probably not the right term for this, but came on the market as a product, XLC. Yeah, I mean, it's a Facebook and Google basically, and it looks like crap, the communication sectors. I think Disney may be in here too, but I'm not sure. I have to look that up. All right, looks terrible, really, really weak, even weaker than technology, right? So there you go. XLU. All right, so after this terrible down month. This one had a 2% showing, so not strong at all, but it did hold where it had to, held the 50-month, held this general area. It still has this kind of general uptrend intact. So here comes the kids. Watch out. You hear my puppy talk to them. XLP, a little bit better, right? 9%. Lower volume, 9%. Again, didn't quite interact with the 50-month, but it came into this general area and it held. Again, that's another place that needs to hold, right? If 65 holds, I think everything's fine. If 65 breaks, things are going to get really nasty. It hasn't broken yet. Okay. And that's what we're looking for, right? These major breaks structurally. That's XLP, XLB. There's XLB. And again, 50-month held. This area is very well defined going back to 2018. And so far we haven't even tested it yet, but again, 6250-ish needs to hold. Good volume coming in actually on this one. 9% up, XLB. And then XL, that was materials, by the way. XLRE real estate, 2%. Nothing to speak about. Good volume, well below the 50-month. But held the area that had to hold again from the 2015 offering when this product came on the market. So again, not a good look being this far underneath the 50-month. So yeah, so there you go. So really only two sectors, XLE, again, and it was up 25%, very, very strong look, and XLV healthcare. So energy and healthcare, this was up 9.61%, but the chart looks pretty good being this far up. Those are by far the two best looking sectors. So that's great information, right? If we want to buy things, be in the strongest sectors that are acting the best. And right now, those two are. Now let's go over the best, the top market cap stocks and how do they look, okay? Apple. Apple's holding up better than most, right? I mean, it held where it had to. There's your 50-month down here. Apple looks great. I mean, comparatively, Apple looks fantastic, right? Microsoft looks terrible, right? By the way, how much was Apple up for the month? 11%, basically. Microsoft looks terrible. No reason to spend a lot of time on that. This is the area it held, but not by much, hanging on by a thread. Google, down to almost 1.55%, right? Looks terrible. Amazon down 9.35 and is literally on the precipice of breaking down well below the 50-month. This looks really, really bad. Tesla down 14% for the month. That's pretty good. But is again holding the area that has to be held. That's Tesla. BRKB. Berkshire up to 11%. That looks really good, right? Insurance companies have been doing pretty well in the financial sector, and that they're big into that. So nice look on Berkshire, right? So far, Apple and Berkshire look the best. By the way, Berkshire owns a crap load of Apple, which is kind of funny too. United Healthcare, UNH. Healthcare looks great. United Healthcare up 9.92, as you'd expect, a huge component. Johnson & Johnson, another healthcare name, of course, up 6.49. Strong name, healthcare. Energy name, XOM, up 26.92% and broke out. This may be the chart of the night right here. Broke out of this on some good volume of this area that goes back to 2007. This is gigantic right here. This is big news. So good job, everyone that's doing XOM. Looks fantastic. Visa up 16.61. Nice. I guess people are going to start using their credit cards more. I don't know. But yeah, this looks really good. Nice job. Again, it's more in the, I guess it's a technology sector, but I consider it more like a financial personally. Meta, Facebook. Oof. Down 31%. How bad is this? Well below the IPO VWAP. That is so bad. That is so bad. And it lost its important area. I don't know where this is going to stop. This can stop maybe at $80, maybe at $70. I don't even know. $45. This looks terrible. I mean, there's no reason to be involved in Facebook on the long side at all. Ugh. Walmart. All right, 9.74%. Walmart looks okay. We don't know if this is a bear flag or if this is, something else, but we're willing to give it a chance, right? Walmart looks okay. TSM, semiconductor name, Taiwan, minus 10% on big volume. Things are looking pretty rough there. No one knows what China's true plans are. There's uncertainty in the market, and so on and so forth. Good chance that this continues to fall another 25%. It's very possible, especially if this area. Again, I can, like everything else, it's on the precipice, right? On the precipice of falling through. JP Morgan financials again did great. XLF did good. I guess I overlooked that on the up, but XLF was good too. I can't deny that. Okay. But go to JP Morgan, up 20%, strong look to it. Held, didn't even kind of come down here, kind of held this, where all this supply has been, or support potentially, and I held just fine. So JP Morgan looks great. Lilly has earnings tomorrow. Oh, and you guys can't see any of that. This was part of my super follow group. Actually, no, I'll do it. Just do this. Yeah, this cleans up the chart quick. Yeah, so this is one that me and my super follow group are in this particular name. And again, I do own it. Earnings comes out tomorrow, so I'm excited for that. There you go. But it is in a strong uptrend, like most healthcare, and looks really good. Procter Gamble held where it had to, decent up month, and held the 50-month. Again, it did test it, tried to pierce through it, and it held for now. Nvidia was up 11%, which is not bad. Again, there's what is its earnings? October what? I'm sorry, November 16th. Okay. With them banning chips in China or making chips in China, whatever they did, maybe give it a pop. I don't know. But so far, again, held where it had to. And if it breaks from here to here, oof, that'd be terrible. I hope it doesn't break. There's not much going on here. There's a big volume gap right here. So the move from in the 120s or 130s to 75 could be very, very quick. There's nothing going on here. And the last one will be CVX, Chevron, another oil and gas name, up 26%. So Exxon, the stronger of the two, but overall, let's be honest, this looks pretty damn good. All-time highs, and everything looks good. So in the end, you know what? Oil and gas is looking good. XLF financials are looking good, and healthcare is looking good. Are those the bull market leaders that we want to see? I don't think so. The ones that you want to see are things like XLK leading. Well, that was only up 7%. You want to see XLY leading, discretionaries, right? That was up 1.11%. And you may want to see I don't know, maybe financials or something, or probably industrials. They don't lead, and that did okay. But you don't want to see things like healthcare leading, right? That usually doesn't lead a bull market. It may participate in a bull market, but doesn't lead a bull market. You don't want to see energy leading the market, because again, in bull markets, that's not what happens. So I say, when in Rome, buy what the Romans are buying. And if they're buying energy, time to be in energy. If they're buying healthcare, right, buy healthcare. I like IBB. I think it's yes. Again, this is one that I really like. It was up 10% for the month, but again, it looks like it wants higher to me. We'll find out. Anyway, hope you liked this video. Again, monthly charts, kind of went through it. Things don't look. We had a good, in general, a fairly good October. November we have elections. We maybe will have more good months ahead of us. We'll find out what what happens. We don't know, but just stay nimble out there, right? Because a lot of things are on the precipice, right? Support could hold, and then we could be in a bull market again, right? Or if support breaks, then we have to really be careful. Anyway, I will do this again 1 month from now at the end of November. Hope you liked it. Again, a lot of information there, and again, the trend is your friend, and nothing's better than monthly charts. All right, y'all have a great day. Bye. Happy Halloween.